Erling Haaland is going to score 40 goals this season. That feat alone is almost impossible to achieve for most players. The likes of Thierry Henry have never had a 40-goal season in his career. Erling Haaland looks to go down as the best player of his generation alongside the French wizard Kylian Mbappe. In this video, we'll find out which of these players is better. Make sure to stick till the end of this video to find out who is the definitive GOAT of the next generation. Trophies. In this category, Kylian Mbappe has an obvious advantage because he won the World Cup in 2018 with the French national team when he was only 19 years old and won the award for the best young player of the competition. In addition to that, he also won the French Ligue once with Monaco and then 4 times with PSG. Okay, I know what you might say, that Mbappe is playing in a farmers league and that Haaland is playing in the most difficult league in the world. Yes, that's true. The Premier League is much tougher than the Ligue 1, but Haaland played 1 season in the Austrian League for RB Salzburg and 2 seasons in the Bundesliga with the Dortmund shirt. During those 3 years, he only won the Austrian League once, as well as the Austrian Cup and the German Cup. Stats and style of play. Like we said in the beginning of the video, they give an outstanding goal per game ratio. Mbappe is a little bit above Haaland right now, with a 1.5 goal per game against 1.3 for the Norwegian giant. In other words, Kylian scored 241 goals and it only took him 363 games to do so. When it comes to Erling, he has scored 212 goals in 275 games. Either way, these are outrageous numbers that only the best of the best can reach. Now, if we talk about assists, the French forward has 100 in his bag already. That's 59 more than his Norwegian rival, who has 36 assists. Haaland is younger than Mbappe, and if he can keep the same astonishing pace of banging several goals in every game like he is doing since he arrived in Manchester, then he will soon be on the same level as Mbappe, or maybe even higher. But again, right now Mbappe has the lead. In addition to that, Mbappe is also a more complete player, while Haaland plays mainly in one position as a striker. The Frenchman can run like the wind. Haaland can reach high speeds as well, but his ball control isn't as good. In the penalty box, Haaland is more comfortable, while Mbappe likes to create plays from the outside and then he can finish the work himself or assist a teammate. Time for some fun facts now. Did you know that Haaland could have played for the English national squad? That's right, you heard it well. His father also used to play for Manchester City, but as a defender, and Haaland was born in England while his father was playing there. This was very important when Erling decided to join the Citizens over other Premier League clubs. And Mbappe could have played for Algeria or Cameroon since his mom and dad are originally from these countries. It would be harder to win a World Cup there, right Kylian? Now we're going to talk about other players' opinions on Kylian and Haaland. And who better to give an opinion than a defender who has played and trained with these two monsters, right? So let's hear what the Belgian left-back has to say. Kylian is better technically than Erling and has something else that the Norwegian doesn't have right now. But the defender adds, the strikers have very different styles of playing. In a way, he says they are similar because they both are complete athletes capable of reaching a ridiculous high speed with and without the ball. They also can both jump very high, but Haaland is better in that aspect due to his height. The lad is a giant of 1.94 meters, while Mbappe is significantly shorter at 1.78 meters. Haaland and Mbappe can play very well with both feet, but Meunier says Mbappe can not only perform as the main striker unlike Haaland, the Frenchman is a more complete and versatile player who can play on the wings or as a second striker. Erling is a pure killer, the perfect number 9, but very limited when the team needs to play in a different formation. The main argument for Meunier is that Mbappe can make the difference by himself, while Haaland needs the team that works for him. But he has no doubt that they will both become amazing players in the future. Now, time for Arsenal's French player, Thierry Henry. Okay, he will not have an opinion as neutral as Thomas Meunier. Like Mbappe, Henry is French after all, so it's normal if he has a tendency to back his compatriot. In an interview for CBS Sports, the question was who would become the best player between the two, and Thierry Henry didn't hesitate 1 second. He said Mbappe for sure. And to justify this opinion, the former striker argued, like Meunier, that Mbappe has the ability to play in more roles than the Norwegian. Mbappe can create and shoot. Haaland doesn't believe it. He shoots. Mbappe can play on the right and left, and he can also play in the middle. Haaland can only play in the middle. He's a magnificent player, and with him, Manchester City could have won the Champions League last year against Real Madrid if he was present on the occasions when they failed, explained the Arsenal legend. Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe are like the new Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, and Kylian even plays with Messi in the same team. How crazy is that? Well, some people might say that Mbappe's life is easier than Haaland's because he plays the French league. But when the Norwegian also played in low-level leagues before arriving in the Premier League, like we already mentioned. But now that Erling Haaland is in England for Manchester City, people say Mbappe is playing in a Farmers League. And they're not completely wrong. The level of England is higher than in France, where PSG wins almost every season. On the other hand, both teams have reached the Champions League final recently but lost. Mbappe already was in PSG when they were in the final against Bayern Munich in 2020, but Haaland was not a part of the Manchester City squad when they lost the final against Chelsea in 2021. Maybe if he was on the team, they would have won their desired first European trophy. They will both break records by scoring crazy amounts of goals. Let us know in the comments who do you think will win the most Ballon d'Or and who will score the most goals in his career. Some say Mbappe plays in a Farmers League, while Haaland now plays in the hardest league. Others argue the Norwegian scores easy tap-ins, while the PSG forward scores bangers like no one else can. Nevertheless, the two superstars are from the same generation. They are only 1.5 years apart, so they will be rivals for a long time. Even if Mbappe already has won a World Cup and is in a better position than Haaland to win another one, the Manchester City striker is in the perfect team to win the Champions League, just like Thierry Henry said. Well, this contest would be a lot tighter if Haaland played for a stronger national team like Brazil, Spain or England. And now you know that he could do the last one though, so this is it for today. We kind of agree with Henry and Meunier and say that Mbappe will be the next GOAT, but Haaland will be very close, and so you'll never know. We finally found the replacements for the Messi-Ronaldo rivalry. Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe will be the ones fighting for the Ballon d'Or during the next decade for sure. Let us know who is better, Mbappe or Haaland, and will they be able to replace the future GOATs? Like the video if you think Messi and Ronaldo are way better than these two young ballers. Don't forget to like and subscribe, your support means a lot. See ya on the next video.